Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of House of the Dragon. Today it is episode 2 of season 2, Rhaenyra the Cruel. Well, fitting title from what we saw in episode 1 and unfolding from Blood and Cheese. But is she really Rhaenyra the Cruel? Did she really start all this? Was it because of her actions that unfortunately, Helaena is a victim of all of this and her children, and they are absolutely, you cannot, this is war, I guess. This is something that we will always encounter, but it's always gonna hurt. I kind of was like in Game of Thrones, very naive to the world that we're in, but now understanding the game, as Cersei says, and understanding what's at stake, it is what it is, I guess, because the game is cruel, the game is harsh. If you want to call her Rhaenyra the Cruel, get on board, because you guys started it first. So you guys killed Viserys. You don't think I will just sit down and not retaliate while you're plotting to take the Iron Throne right underneath from her, while she is named the heir to the throne just because she's a woman. So yeah, none of that is happening. So I'm Team Black all the way for this reason, but I am absolutely mortified for Helaena and how she's really gonna come out from that, because that was traumatizing. And again, I genuinely thought that it was gonna be a lot more, you could say, gruesome and a lot more violent. But I don't know why I felt like the lore sort of explained it that way, and then I was just expecting it to happen that way. I feel like it was dimmed down. It was not that it was not traumatizing, because the subtitles made it worse, but it's just the fact that, was that really how it happened in the lore? So I'm not too sure. I feel like it was a lot more harsher in the books or in the descriptions of the lore, but nevertheless, it happened, and we're gonna see the aftermath to that, because Helaena said they killed the boy. I didn't even mention that when she said they killed the boy. The blacks have killed the boy, and the rats that she had warned Aegon about, that she was scared of, they killed the boy. So in a spurs of what Daemon Targaryen heard from Rhaenyra, where she said she wanted Aemond, I don't know if this is what Rhaenyra wants. I don't know if she wanted Helaena to be a part of it, but because she has no choice but to get vengeance, I feel at this point, whoever gets in my way, you will survive. You'll not survive anything. So I think that's the kind of motive she's heading towards. But yeah, let's just see what happens in this episode. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But until then, let's just dive right into episode 2 of season 2. It's called Rhaenyra the Cruel. I know someone mentioned in the previous comments, sorry I've not had a chance to read the comments of the previous episode, but I did see someone mention about the tapestry and each events. I think it might be worth a read for me. Not gonna lie, this looks like the spores of The Last of Us, just not spores, but the tendrils. We always know that they did this even before when Viserys died. They sort of round up all the servants and the members of King's Landing who serve the Targaryens over here to a prison cell and make sure no one leaves. Where were you, sir?
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I am the king!
Yes.
I am the king!
Anyone that says I am the king is no king at all, is what Tywin Lannister said.
This is war! I declare war!
First of all, I feel bad for Viserys, even if he's dead, that his work is just gone, just like that. He's been working on that since your mother was a child herself. So it's a little... God, he doesn't have to act. He just looks at it, that's acting. I love it. His facial expressions are just brilliant. Specifically having to convey that one eye and facial reading with his lip. Isn't this where you were with little Kristen Cole? What coin is that? Oh, is that Damon or something?
The search progresses. The villain will be found. We mustn't be shaken by this.
I can't believe you're saying this. I mean, fucking hell. It's your grandson, sorry.
The child is dead. His pain is ended.
Quite brutally, not gonna lie.
But what they've done to Micah...
Yes. And they will pay for this.
And what if the hand that's done it is not who must be blamed? The gods punish us. They punish me.
For what sin?
For kind of being related to you there, babes. And your aspirations to get to the throne.
Some good may yet come of this.
Like, look at his ambitions. Like, she's grieving over her grandson.
My son is my legacy! My son is heir to the Iron Throne!
Aegon. Pissed.
And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
I was abed, Your Grace, having ordered...
He was happy. He was in bed having a little boom shakalaka.
Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
Don't worry. He was safeguarding the family indeed.
Is there any question who did this? There she sits across the bay on her rock, laughing at me. She's fucking laughing at me!
The guard has detained someone. The man we apprehended is known to us.
What?
He's a gold cloak.
Ah.
Noted for his brutal nature. We caught him, fleeing the gate of the gods, with the child's head in a sack.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
We would do well to ascertain if this is your sister's hand, or if there is a serpent nestled closer to our bosoms.
Why the fuck? Why are you talking like this? For the first time, Aegon is so smart. Like, he knows.
I will not be seen as weak.
You're already seen as weak, Aegon. A hasty coronation, a dragon escaping the pit. The people see an omen.
Woo!
A funeral progress. Let them see the child. Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
He should create an Oscar-winning movie. Because his direction, descriptions, #1.
Jaehaerys was my grandson. I loved him. I will not have him die in vain.
I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored! Will they still support her when they hear of her depravity? Or will they rather not renounce her?
Well, Jaehaerys is your great-grandson. That's your grandson. Aegon is your grandson.
You will have your war, Your Grace, but if you wait a short time, you may yet double your strength. I think you'll all agree the king himself must be spared.
Lord have mercy. Poor. Oh, jeez.
We've been asked to ride on a wagon behind his body.
I don't want to.
When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
Sometimes we have to pretend.
She's too pure for this world.
Helena, what you saw last night when you came to my room...
This is for my boy.
Like, Addison, that's not the time right now, for flip's sake. Dear. Neither of them want to be there, but here we are. I mean, that's so flipping brutal for Helena. Not only had she had to hear her son being brutally murdered, but also having to do this shit.
He paid us half now, half when the job is done.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. I don't know his right name.
The city is filled with, like, people who just don't value loyalty.
Pretender!
My God!
Defiler of the innocent!
I can't believe it.
Are you gonna hurt me?
No, but I cannot vouch for his grace.
Look at you. Double his size yet. Look like you're so... I know when it comes to the face of death, that's it. Done. Get your hand off her. What's she thinking right now? Can she? Is she because she's a dream catcher, whatever she is? She can feel their sorrows or something. Like, is she feeling their pain? Like, is it doubling up on her own? What's going on? Oh, she can't just. She's traumatized.
The boy's head was severed from his body.
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
Well, of course.
We must send our own messages, denying this vile allegation.
I will do so at once.
So Damien has not told her.
Let me fly out on Vermax. Rhaenys is needed in the gullet and I can watch for movements from King's Landing.
No.
She's scared.
The death of Prince Lucerys was a shock. A mother so aggrieved might naturally seek relief and retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child?
An action taken in haste.
Mind yourself.
Woo! Woo! Sir Alfred, seriously, mind yourself.
I was clear in my instructions. Aemond, the brother of Aegon the Usurper. I cannot be responsible for a
Cannot be
mistake.
responsible.
They did not concern in any way that of a little child.
You said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood.
Yeah!
So we come to it at long last. I cannot trust you, Damon. I've never trusted you, wholly. Much though I wished to, willed myself to. But now I have seen that your heart belongs only to you.
Cannot trust Zemon.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
You think me some kind of monster?
Oh, I don't know what to think of you. I don't know what you are, or who it is you serve.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra? Yours!
Whoa. See, this is exactly what Hightower wants. This death can come as an advantage still.
And not of my father in his grief.
Your father
who
was a
needed
coward
you.
who knew I was the stronger son, that I was the leader of men, and he was afraid to be seen in my shadow.
Is that what you understand of your own brother?
Oh, you know him better than I do. Who was raised at his side? Do you believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom? Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me?
Whoa!
He was a fool who sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
You struck down a child. You're pathetic.
Oh, let me breathe in that pathetic air. Wow, that's a statement there, babes. Oh, he is pissed. All right, but Damon, see you in a decade, because I feel that pissed you off for a long lifetime.
When morning comes, take Moondancer and keep a watch on King's Landing. I must know which course they take next.
I will be vigilant.
Stay high and keep your distance.
My father?
He must follow his own path.
We both know that's not great news, is that, Bela? All right. Hi, Caraxes! Beautiful dragon. Oh, Lord, David. Episode 2, Damon. Hi, David. We know that helmet means he's ready for war. Oh, dear. Poor Helena, man. I cannot. Oh my god, are they getting rid of the crib? Ah, Sir Kristen. Is it guilt that's made you come here, babes? Guilt, I see. Instead of taking care of the young prince, you decided to get a little boom shakalaka with the prince's grandmother. I see. Lovely. God. Rhaenyra can't afford to lose any more sons. My god.
Have you told anyone?
Why would he?
What do you take me for?
One who seeks absolution.
Ooh, so absolution. Laughable.
What is this?
The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence.
Do it now.
The night was long, Sir Kristen. And I had not eaten. If I could
You
just...
defy my authority, Sir Eric.
The flipping gall on this ass.
Kingsguard are a sacred trust. Will you so easily sully our ancient honor?
Honestly, he's talking to a mirror. At this point, I'm convinced he just talks to a mirror. He's just seeing himself in a mirror and just talking to himself. You're alone, Sir Crispin. Enjoy it.
I have heard, my lord. I'll remedy the error.
Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered?
Ah, okay. Blame others, okay.
With King Aegon.
And you were not in the private quarters where you might have prevented the crime.
Where were you? Lord Commander.
Ah! Lovely question, Mr. Eric. What's happening with Ai?
Only one she ascended. She should have... Oh, brother!
Is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
I love how everyone's like, alright, we'll leave you boys to it.
And then the young prince is murdered on your watch.
You are mad, sir. Mad? You cannot think that I did this.
Has no relevance. You have brought disgrace upon our ranks, and now you must restore it.
What a coward Kristen is. Like, it's actually pathetic watching his character go downhill like this, even though he's written this way. It's just truly pathetic.
You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls. The way she sought to do with Aemond.
Alone?
Does your courage fail you, Sir Eric?
It's not a matter of courage. The castle is defended against all enemies, now especially.
Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part.
Is he trying to be out to Hightower? Crispin.
If they see the two of us...
You must not let that happen.
You would send me to my death.
Or to triumph.
Acting like Otto Boy.
Now will you go?
Nope. That's sad.
Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
I can't wait to see this idiot fall.
Do you know where he went?
Harrenhal, I would think.
Sometimes I think I hate him. What do you remember of my uncle?
And sing sailors' shanties.
Oh, Laenor.
And Sir Harwin Strong?
Was the most loyal man to Rhaenyra and would have literally been the sole protector along with Daemon.
He loved us, I think.
Oh, he did, young boy. Oh my unholy god.
I was out.
Isn't this the same lady we saw in the episode? Season 1? God, Aemond. I'm sorry, but my dude, eat.
I do regret that business with Luke. They used to tease me, you know.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
I would remind you only that when princes lose their temper, it is often others who suffer. Small folk, like me.
That's a very interesting talk. Like when princes get hot-tempered, like it's small folk that bear the brunt fruit of it. And if he's sorry about Luke, it shows his character, but he's still agreed, so he's gonna make sure the blacks go down.
I see all your great adventures have done nothing for your looks.
This guy is
Well met,
Alan
brother.
of Hull.
After many months away.
Brother. Alan of Hull, brother.
I missed you.
Ooh, that voice. Missed you.
Say you have a pot of your goat stew simmering at home.
You're in luck. I hear Lord Corlys himself commended you for your service to him.
He did.
Will you sail with him?
He made no offer, and I'd rather he didn't, truth be told.
Do not be foolish, Alan.
Adam.
To serve with a sea snake is to make your fortune. Had I such a chance, I would leap at it.
That's because you haven't seen what I've seen.
But brother, he owes you. He owes us.
Does the stew have carrots in it?
He's more concerned about that.
I mistrust this silence. Damon flies when we most need his hand at the oar.
I love that line. Mistrust the silence. Flip it out!
He is the king consort.
But he is not the king. And now Viserys is dead and all claims are in doubt.
You don't think Damon will challenge her?
Yo, if Rhaenys is thinking that, that's insane.
Not as such, but neither can he allow her to command him.
Pity. I have on occasion found that to be quite enjoyable.
If he can take Harrenhal, all may well be forgiven. We will not let the Queen falter.
Nice. I like that output. She needs all the support and strength she can get.
You're aware of yesterday's events in King's Landing?
I am.
Tell me what part you played in their unfolding.
I had nothing to do with it.
I know you are entwined with the usurpers.
I took profit from an inevitability. I regret it now.
I'm sure you do. Who are
Can
you?
you hear the dragon? Hi, Cyrax.
I gave Damon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much. He said it was the price of my freedom.
He's gone.
For how long?
A week? Or forever, I do not know.
That's exactly what I said. See you in a decade there, David.
He does do that, doesn't he?
Ah, yes, the art of familiarity. Both of you do know this. Right. Yes, let's reminisce.
You remember me now.
He said he would marry you.
Ah, yes.
He said you carried his child.
Not everyone found the jest funny.
It would not serve me to set you free. At best, I lose an asset. At worst, you betray me in some foul way.
I have no interest in betraying you, Your Grace.
So you say.
Bit by bit, I earned my living. Then they set it all aflame.
Ooh.
The high towers, I can only assume.
Right. Oh, crap. Moon Dancer? I mean, it cuts to King's Landing, so I assume it's Moon Dancer. Bella? Oh, God.
Who are they?
Rat catchers.
Right. Oh! The poor dog!
The rat catchers!
Oh, I had them.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, my lord.
The king is my grandson, and my grandson is a fool. He's worse than a fool. He's murdered innocent men.
Aha!
And their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name.
Right. Good one, Aegon. Good one.
I wish to spill blood, not ink.
Oh! I wish to spill blood, but not ink. I like that.
Sir Kristen Cole has acted.
Uh-oh.
And what has Sir Kristen Cole done?
He has sent Sir
He has
Eric.
sent Sir Eric to slay Rhaenyra. He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
Instead of judgment, you display impetuousness and diminish us in the eyes of our enemy, ill-considered, trifling.
Ah, both houses having quarrel amongst each other. I like it. Green's more so.
You never think of your father. His judiciousness.
It's almost like he misses Viserys and he's like, shit, I should have...
Dignity.
Fuck dignity. I want revenge.
Ah. He misses Viserys and wants that.
My father is dead.
He is, and we are the poorer for it.
Ah! I love it. Otto, I can see some little change in you, babes.
He was right about you.
Hey! About damn time.
He made me king.
Is that what you think?
Okay, everything is being spilled out.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
This is what happens when you put him on the throne.
Insolent pup.
I love this scene. This is my favorite scene of all.
Give it to Cole.
What a dick.
My new hand will be a steel fist.
You will regret this.
Give it to him.
Wow. Let's see. Give it to him. Oh. What's Otto gonna do now?
You are dismissed.
Ah, he has to have the final say. Someone who has to be a king and says has to be a king is no king at all. In that way, there is no match for Tywin Lannister.
But I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given. You may go. There is a Valarian ship in the harbour, bound for Myr by way of Pentos. I will see that you are given passage. Massaria will be leaving us. Let her collect her things, then have someone take her down and secure her berth on the Corwin.
Berth in the Corwin. Is that the ship that Alan of Hullbit people are doing?
A moment.
Wow, Mysaria's smart, dude. Oh god, I think she's gonna die.
Sir Eric, I thought you were within.
Sorry, lack of vigilance. The enemy is about.
No, my god. Will Visaria come directly to Rhaenyra and warn her? Oh lord. The actual Eric, aren't your spidey senses tingling? Your twin is here. Twin telepathy is not working! Oh, it's working! It's working! Hey! Eric! Look back! Now, if I myself will not know who's who. Right, this is Eric. I'd be so pissed off. I'd be like, stay still!
Let me ask the Maester for a draft.
Perhaps that would be best. Thank you, Elinda.
Oh, Elinda's dead. Elinda's so for sure dead. Elinda is Belinda.
So, Eric.
Believe me, I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Brother! Do not do this. I beg you.
Where are the rest of the guards? Elinda, Belinda, go! Leave, Elinda! No need to stay here. Good, 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 good. Bye. Rhaenyra, go, go, go. No! What the flip? Oh, you piece of crap!
Your Grace!
Sir Lauren!
Which is Eric?
Are they both mustache? Great, that's just great.
We were born together. You parted us!
I think the Eric is the one being
I
shot.
still love you, brother.
Yeah, Eric is the one that got slashed in the leg. Eric was the one that's being choked. Oh!
Your Grace,
Eric.
forgive me.
No! No!
It is ignorance and vanity.
That was heartbreaking.
If it does come to war...
He's ensured it. He's young and unschooled. His faith is in steel and bone. He has not the long view. The High Towers still have strength, and you have a son there. Daron may yet help us in weeks to come.
Daron! Oh my god! The son that we've never been introduced to!
I have sinned.
I do not wish to hear of it.
It's like, I'm done for the day, babes. I've clocked out. I cannot take any more. He may not wish to hear it, but I'm pretty sure he has an idea of what it is. Oh my god. Wow. You might find this kinky. This is exactly the opposite of your... Yeah, he'll find this very kinky. Both of you would. Of course you are. Why 2 episodes in a row? Why we ended with them having some action? What's the need for them to be the last frame of the episode? I don't care. Well, that was episode 2, Rhaenyra the Cruel, and the idea that they are having their boom shakalaka moment when everything is happening is, you can say it's insane. Kristen is the embodiment of contradiction. He is the embodiment of what it's like, you had, like, in the King's Guard, you had, who was the guy that Ned Stark said is the greatest King's Guard that lived? I can't remember his name. You have men like him. You had, like, Sir Barristan Selmy. You have, like, Sir Eric here. Like, you have, and you had the first King's Guard, the commander of the King's Guard. I can't remember his name as well. Graham McTavish, his character. You have people like this, and then you have him. They're just there. The flip? I just don't understand his personality. He's just so... It's like he's not gotten over someone that has not only rejected it, but that rejection, he's taken it so deeply that it's literally his life. He was going to take his own life from what we recall in episode 5, right? And then we see him absolutely shitting on Rhaenyra every second chance he gets, and then here he is acting no better than anyone, and then he's just thinking that he's the sane one and just really spitting facts. Oh, where were you, Sir Eric, during this situation? What were you doing? Where were you? You were having your boom shakalaka moment more than a licky lick. He's irritating now to me. Like, shut up, get off my screen. You are a piece of shit, worthless time, and get off. Like, F off. It's like that annoying bee, or even a bee. It's like I'm insulting it. Is that how I feel? Like, he's like that annoying shit that just won't come off your... He's like a gum that's stuck in your shoe and you just can't get it off. He's that's Kristen. And yeah, and Allison, oh Lord, she's major drama herself. Like, she does not even care that... I'm not defending Otto here, but she doesn't even care that her father's just... He literally was spitting facts in terms of Aegon in his own way. Aegon is absolutely hot-headed, making the wrong decisions. This is helping the Blacks, that's for sure. But in terms of the Greens' perspectives, this is exactly the opposite of what they were trying to do with Jaehaerys' funeral. And they literally undid everything that was done, to the point where Otto Hightower absolutely misses serving for Viserys and realized how true he was and how he put the wrong person on the throne. I think it's like that realization that all his hard work is just gone like that. All those years that he has served the Targaryens, all those years that they were trying to keep Hightowers at the peak of houses and family, tradition and name and standing, all undone because of putting the wrong child on the throne. You would not see like Aemon being like this. I feel like, I don't know what Aemon's character is truly to really understand what he would have done, but none of these children are fit for the throne. Even Helena, poor Helena. Like, Helena is in her own... She is distraught, and rightfully so. And in this case, she'd need a husband to at least... as disgusting as that sounds, but at least Aegon to, like, comfort her, be there. And Aegon is exactly the opposite. He's, you know, I'm just trying to kind of understand, like, say, when Rhaenyra had a miscarriage with Visenya, and then we see, like, Daemon was not there while she was having that miscarriage and just was off. Like, he's giving me those vibes. I think it's like the Targaryen men just can't handle loss, and this is even worse because Jaehaerys, like, someone made an attempt at the king, and this is their statement. But for Aegon to really, in terms of Otto Hightower, to undo everything he did is, ooh, like, great, like, points for Black for that. Because he is following Kristen, a person that is absolutely consumed in vengeance, wants to take down Rhaenyra no matter what the cost. And for Otto to be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to serve the realm, this is what I've been always vouching for. Go ahead, babes. Go ahead. Do exactly what you think should be done, Aegon and Kristen. You guys are really getting the Team Black to exactly the prominent position that everyone will know now. That Team Green sucks, Team Black rocks. That's just me. But yeah, that's what I think. And it was very interesting. I really enjoyed the scene between Otto, Aegon, and Kristen. The way they all come together, and they were just like, Otto is like, you're making a big mistake. You are a Dumbo. And yeah, like, that's what Aegon has been hearing his entire life. And he would never wanted this throne. But then once he was accepted by the masses, it got to his head, and consequences follow for that. So and we can see a little vulnerable side to it, but it's so like, Alicent, like, literally just saw her son crying. Her grandson is literally dead, and she wants to have action. Oh, for flip's sake. Like, this family is delusional in its own right, and I have no words. But we then see Daemon. Bye. I don't know when we're gonna see him, but we'll see him in the next century, I feel. But maybe you'll see him in Game of Thrones. But he is gone to be Daemon. And the conversation between Daemon and Rhaenyra was also very good, where she, like, there are certain things that she said that made so much sense, where Viserys did not trust Daemon. And that, again, having that conversation with him, he's just not ready to accept it. And it is the truth. If you compare it, yes, he pledged his allegiance towards Rhaenyra, but is it because he wanted to get closer to the crown? Is it because he was not given his birthright? What is it? We know that they had these conversations before, but to see it happening, like, again, talking about his incompetence again is, yeah, anyone would get triggered by it. And then for him to then go back at it saying that, do you think Viserys put you on the throne, Rhaenyra, because of your virtue or because of your wisdom? Do you not think it's because he wanted to get rid of me because he knew how strong I was? Like, that, again, another phenomenal comeback. Like, both of them had solid points, and I think both of them in its own right were true, or was true. But I think, you know, what Shireen said, from Shireen, I mean, the Princess Shireen, Stannis' child in Game of Thrones, when I remember that episode in season 5 was it? Where Stannis asked her that if you had to choose a side between, you know, in the Dance of the Dragons, if you had to choose a side between Aegon or Rhaenyra, who would you choose? And she said none of them. And that's so true in this case. Like, this is a classic example of, I cannot, me, myself, I don't, see, I say I'm Team Black. That's just because she is the rightful ruler, only because she was, like, crowned the next heir to the throne. In terms of that, loyalty-wise, I think a king's word means a lot. And if you go against it, the throne means nothing. Like, that's how I see it. So for everyone, all the houses that have started to support the Greens is not a house to me. They're not loyal. Even if Rhaenyra wins, those houses will never be under my trust, like, because they easily backed away. So it's stuff like that. But when it comes to just the perception of who is the rightful king or queen, yes, Rhaenyra is like perfect. She's the queen, that Team Black all the way. Yes, but you know, in terms of deep thinking, Shireen is so right, because none of them are deserving of being on the throne, because they are at wit's end with each other. They don't deserve it. They absolutely have no idea how to rule. They are very hot-headed, and they completely lose the idea of what it means to rule. It means you're serving the realm, but you're serving just so that, you know, you want to keep the Targaryen name. Yes, that's part of it, but the main purpose of being in this role is serving the realm. Like, that's always the ultimate goal. And for her to like have that so much wisdom at that age is beyond my understanding. And she was a beautiful soul that way. But that's what brought my attention to, like, you know, when we were seeing the back and forth, like the fights within the families, it just made me think that if you can't even control or get the support within your own family, and you're having a war between each other, none of you deserve it. Like, you all just don't have any clue what it means to run a kingdom or an entire Westeros world. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. And the other interesting thing was Daeron was mentioned. That's Alicent's fourth child, which we did not encounter in the first season, but he's somewhere and might be time for him to come back. So let's see what happens there. I'm very excited to see that. The full funeral of Jaehaerys, that was shocking to see. And seeing his head sewed back, and Daemon didn't even get the damn thing. I can't believe it. But what a cracking episode, full of vengeance. Rhaenyra the cruel indeed. But for her to like stand up and say, do you really think I would be the one to do it, even after I lost my own son? Do you think I'd inflict that pain and misery upon Helena of all people? So yeah. And then Aemond, I don't know what's his deal, but you could see I feel like he isn't Dorgonudo. Didn't he have like some kind of like a moment like this with Missandei, where he just wanted to unpack? And Aemond is like this tall, I guess like a tall guy, but with a soft teddy bear heart a little bit, where he just unpacked to the lady that was seen in season 1, right? When Kristen and Aemond were trying to find Aegon, and they came across that brothel. So yeah, it makes sense that Aemond is, Aemond is not like really a topic of conversation, but they will use him when need be because he's got the largest dragon. So I feel like he has got the largest dragon, but he's very easily overlooked, and he's not given the equal importance that he should be as his brother has been given. So I understand to a certain level how he has been feeling, I mean, in this world, I mean. But yeah, very, very interesting. And let's find out. And then we're going to see Baela, serving the King's Landing from afar on Moondancer. I'm very excited in that. When we see Adam of Hull carrying that crab, was that Baela on her Moondancer? I don't know, maybe. And then, yeah, I mean, the rat catchers have been hanged. The other guy has been bloodied to death. But let's find out what happens in episode 3. But until then, thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But until then, stay safe and have a great day. Bye.